What it do? What it do, y'all? This is Courtney, and I'm coming here with a recap of American Horror Story Season 8, Apocalypse Episode 6, y'all. Is a return to the murder house. This is what we all been waiting for, bitches. Return to where it all motherfucking started, y'all. Okay, so, as we know, Cordelia sent Madison and behold Chablis, who I'ma call for now on my uncle, my favorite uncle, to LA to go check out to see what what's the true motherfucking tea about motherfucking Michael Landon. Cause she already see she don't see it for his ass and all that stuff. Like in the last episode, she basically let him do the seven wonders just to see what she motherfucking up against. And why she did it, she also tricked his ass. He brought back her whole coven. He brought back her girls. So, that's her win-win. And to be honest, she needs her mama. I'm just saying, it would be good to have Fiona, but I don't think, Queen Jessica, Queen Mother, but, I don't think I think she's just only gonna do Constance and all that stuff, just Constance. Okay. So, okay. So Medicine and Behold, they go to the realtor and portray as a married couple, y'all. This shit's so fucking funny. I mean, they in pastel, preppy ass clothes. Medicine's in pastel. And my poor uncle, Behold Chablis, he in motherfucking khaki. And that is not how he hunt. That ain't how she hunt either. So, the realtor was like, we got, plenty of motherfuckers come and, they pull stunts because they want to see the house. Because, Murder House has such a goddamn, it got all that dark, deadly, bloody history and shit like that. And so, basically the money wire goes through and they buys the house. Cordelia buys the house and all that stuff. And the money went through and all that stuff. And, they said the house is yours. And, Madison put on such like, yay! I am so ready to have kids up in this house. And behold, like this. Listen, I holler. Listen. Behold, Chablis, his motherfucking goddamn, his facial expression kills the fuck out of me, y'all. And so, basically, the realtor is like, listen, okay, we're going to have to come correct, and basically said, listen, do the law, I got to tell you, about, the history of the house. And Madison like, yeah, people died. He like, yeah, 36. And Madison like, hmm, hmm, how many? Who? And Behold, like, we'll burn some sage. We'll burn some sage and all that stuff. I'm like, bro, you're gonna need more than sage, bro. You're gonna need way more than sage. So they make it to the house, and I gotta say, they attire, they couture. I want all the medicines, garb. Just find a way to make that shit fit big bitches. That's all I need. And I need Uncle Chablis. I need his garb too. Cause that coat he got on, even her little motherfucking petticoat or whatever. I need that. I need all the wardrobe. I just do. I need all that wardrobe. It give me a badass heel, bro. So they make it to the house. Behold try to open the door, using magic. It won't work. So they bust up in there and all that stuff. And Behold, feeling the vibe of the house, he said, the psychic energy is off. It's, it's bananas and stuff like that. So they go, Behold said he gonna have to do a spell. Basically, the ghosts of that house, they come and go. They show themselves when they want to. So what he gonna have to do is do a spell to force them to show themselves. So he goes, do what he gotta do. Do the spell, him and Madison or whatnot. And they do the spell. And the first people they see First person they hear see, well, the first person they see is the nurse. Well, remember the nurse that got killed in the first season during Halloween. And so the first, okay, besides that, the second and third person they see is being in Tight from the first one. Everybody know Tight. Everybody love Tight. You know, that's Evans Peters. You know, Peter, that's like his favorite character. And everything. We all love Tight and everything. And you know, Ben, and you know, that's the husband and everything. And you know, his wayward dick got him in a whole lot of trouble. And so they basically having you know, a therapy session. And you know, when Ben was saying like, listen, we've been having this for years. And Tight like, you know, only reason we having it because your wife won't talk to you and all that stuff. And, you know, Vivian won't talk. And it was funny how he said, you know, you burned your dad. This was Ben told Tight, you burned your daddy's, you not your daddy's, you burned your mama's boyfriend. You up in murder, shot up a whole high school. What is it? You you impregnated Violet's mother. I didn't know impregnate was another word for rape, but you know, I guess whatever and stuff like that. And so they show themselves and basically saying, you know, medicine and Behold said, we powerful witches, we got questions, y'all finna supply the answers and take like your magic ain't gonna help you against this house. I'm out. Boop. And Ben is like, what is y'all doing? Y'all is messing with my daily chore, you know, my daily rituals. You know, I gotta go look out the window and masturbate and cry. Listen, I didn't know he still do that shit. One of the most funniest scenes from the first season is when he coming out the shower. He looking out the window, y'all. Tear jerking. Funny as the hell. And so he bust, you know, he leave, pull up the deuce, and they walking through the house and all that stuff. And Madison like, we gotta help him. And Behold like, we talking about Ben? She like, nah, the other one. It's like a romantic tragedy, you know, cause Tate loves Violet. He still loves Violet, but you know, Violet won't have shit to do with him. And so they walking. This red ball come from upstairs, bounce down the stairs. Madison goes to pick it up and get ambushed by one of Constance's kids, the elephant man looking one and stuff like that. And so Madison spazzes, which I could totally understand. And so Behold getting ready to, you know, to blast him. And Billy, what her name? Billy Dean Howard. That's the medium to the stars. She stopped him and said, that might not be what you want to do, playboy. And everything, you going to have a house full of spirits ready to tap that ass. Ready to whip your goddamn ass. And so, man is like, who the hell are you? And all that. And she said, you know, Billy Dean, like, I'm you know, I'm a friend of the house. She said, I'm one of the few alives that the house let come and go out of here as it please. And stuff like that. And this is an important thing right here. Billy looks at Madison and said, you're a Montgomery. And Madison like, oh, you seen my movies. And she like, no. Now y'all remember from the first season, the Montgomerys, there was the doctor, surgeon, and the wife and everything. But you know, he started doing down store abortions out the basement and stuff like that. He was a Montgomery. Them Madison's folks. And so you hear somebody from upstairs say, what is going on? All this hollering, throwing vulgarities and all this cussing going on around here. And Madison said, we the owners. It's just like, who the fuck are you? And Lord behold, the queen, y'all. The queen, y'all. Yes, the queen, bitch, the queen. Motherfucker Jessica Lange. I've been missing that woman ever since her last hoorah with this damn series. Y'all. I missed that woman so goddamn much. I missed her so much. I wonder do she finally know how much she is missed, because she is missed. So she has her cigarette and everything. She said, I'm Constance Langdon, and this is my fucking house. I said, you better let them motherfucking young Thundercats know, bitch. And so it goes, and like, Constance, she fixing her some drink, and she looking at, Behold and Madison, and she said, y'all peculiar pearl. She said, but your spawn will have beautiful skin. Constance, slick, racist shade, bitch. No, ornery bitch. Well, we love that old ornery bitch. And so why the church like, no, we ain't married. They witches and all that stuff. Here comes Mora, another fan favorite. If y'all remember Mora was the maid, the red haired maid. You remember around, regular folks and all that stuff, women and all that stuff. Those who wouldn't show no kind of sexual attraction towards her. She was like the regular old woman maid. But around men, she busts out this red-headed sex pot and all that stuff like that, right? So it always been animosity between her and Constance, due to the fact that the husband and all that. So they still going they daily shade fest and stuff like that. And Moya, she pretends to clean and basically the work Constance nerve and all that stuff, and they go back and forth. And Mora digs up in her. She said, basically it clowns her for taking a coward's way out of basically ending up in the house and stuff like that. And so, that's basically letting us know that, damn, Constance, you murked your own self, bruh. Like, she killed herself and stuff like that. And when I first watched, I said, that don't even sound like Constance. So it gotta be a reason why, a real reason why. So after, they do their shave fest and Moya walks off, the witches are like, listen, we need to know about, Langdon, Michael Langdon and all that stuff like that. And then, Constance is like, I know everything about that. I'm one of about the only few people that know everything about that boy. And she like, the witch was like, oh, you gonna, spill all, tell all. And she said, no, She said, y'all want the tea, witchy poos? She said, you're gonna do something for me. She said, I want you to get rid of that insufferable, cloudy-eyed ginger. Bitch! Get that bitch out of my fucking house. And when you do, I'll tell you everything you need to know. So that's what the witches did. They went basically digging. They tore up the gazebo, went looking for her bones, Mora's bones. And they found Mora's bones. And see, Mora thought they were gonna find some way to do some janky to it and everything. And Madison gave Mora the bones. And you could see, like, in this episode, a subtle change in Madison. Madison a cold-hearted fucking bitch and all that. But you can see that she does have some heart. You know what I'm saying? And Madison is one of my favorite characters from the whole American Horror Story franchise. And so, they basically, show her the bone and say, where you want to be buried. And so Mora's like where she always wanted to be, by her mother. So they go and bury Mora in her mom's grave and stuff. And so Madison says that, when she die again, she wants to be buried at the Paramount Studios 7 or whatever, and hunt the fuck out that place, because one of the producers, that's what she said, she had a first nude scene, and she said she begged for a motherfucking body double, but the goddamn producer said no. He was getting his rocks off and all that shit. So basically, you see little things that happened to her that kind of molded her ass, to make her this cold-hearted bitch and shit like that. And so And so, with this scene right here, I cried, y'all. Listen, this episode was it was fan favorite, fan service. This was for the fans. This episode right here was strictly for the fans. You hear me? And so, Maura, she's at her mom's grave, and then you see this old elderly hand hit her shoulder, and then it's her mother. And she sees her mother, and she confessed to her mother and tells her mother that she's the one that killed her in the nursing home, because she said she couldn't bear her mama being in pain, staying in pain that long. And she like, I hope you forgive me. And her mother like, she like, baby, she said, all the thing I wanted to do was smother you with kisses. She said, you released me from all that agony. And what they do, they walk off into the night in the mist. And she's with her mother forever and ever and everything. And that was everything. That was good, y'all. It was so good. So they get back, and Queen Constance tells it all. Listen, we could just gonna go and say it. It wasn't no hope for Michael. Michael was just, determined. He was just basically destined to be the motherfucking Antichrist. Come to find out that the father is tight, as we all know. But you remember, Vivian had twins. The other twin was Ben's. This one, Michael is tight, but here's the thing. Tight ain't really the father. Well, the spiritual DNA of motherfucking Michael ain't of Tight's. Is of the evil of the house. Basically, the evil that fuels the darkness of the house. Basically, Satan. So, Satan used the house, and the house used Tight as a vessel. And all that. So that gets me wondering, like, all the fuck shit that Tate did, was it really him, or was it the house? Now, I do believe that, when he shut up the school, I kind of think that was him. Somewhat him, maybe not, but I guess we'll never know, and stuff like that. So, she tells him that she thought she was always born to be a mother. She said Michael was the most beautiful, sweetest kid. And she said Michael loved showing her how much he loved her. And he showed her by giving her gifts. Gave her some dead rodents, nailed to the wall. Graduated to cats hanging off the ceiling. When he was 3. Motherfucker killed the goddamn babysitter, slit his neck, but she was able to convince the police that that the woman committed suicide and all that. And what else? Oh, when he was a baby in his crib, it was dead flies in the crib without wings. And what else happened? So one morning when she woke up and he was like late for getting ready to go to school, I'm trying to figure out how you let that little demon ass motherfucker go to school. How many kids were dead at the school? She wake up, it ain't little ass Michael in the bed. It's a big ass Michael in the bed. He done grew 10. He done basically fast forward his age 10 plus years. So that right there answers this timeline we was trying to figure out. Because everybody was trying to figure out, okay, this don't match the timeline. Now, how the hell? Now, wait a minute. Murder House ain't happened that long ago. So how this grown-ass motherfucker happen? And, plenty of motherfuckers said that, they believe, he jumped, did a quick flash forward in his age. And that's what happened. And so she wake up, she get pulled out of her sleep. Now, this is after he done aged 10 plus years. To Michael choking the fuck out of her. And Michael like, you will never tell me what to do, bitch. And all that stuff. Until he realized what he doing. And then he's crying. Because, he done got that choked his grandmama. And he's like, Grandma, can I have some water? And she like, may I? And he like, may I have some water? I'm like, just constant woman. Now that little nigga just down there fucking choked to kill your ass, and you still try to correct this grandma girl? And so she decided, with all that had happened, she gonna have to do some kind of divinely intervention. So she went and go try to get a darn priest. Micah done killed the goddamn priest, y'all. And that right there showed Constance what was the deal. She was like, it was gonna be sooner or later her. And she was like, that right there showed her that she was just put on this earth to raise monsters. And she was like, listen, and this little demon spawn motherfucker ain't finna kill me. She said, she said, I always live my life by my motherfucking rules and never been because of a rule by no man. And so she goes to the murder house with her best coif and all that stuff, her dig, makeup, pretty purple dress, and she kills herself. She does a finny chaser with her goddamn cognac thing full of pills, and she dances to some pretty song and all that stuff and kills herself. And she said when she wakes up, well, when her soul leaves her body, she's there with her kids. 3 of her 4 kids. You remember Addie from the first season. Addie got motherfucking ran over by the car and stuff like that. And you remember Constance was trying her best to pull Addie to the property so when she died on the property, her body will be there, limbo or whatever. But Addie, she gone good, she gone to glory. She good, she straight, she was Jesus. And so Michael, goes looking for her and all that stuff. Oh, hold on, I'm jumping. And so she looks, she said, that's what happens. And she said, that's what happened to, that's the story of Michael from, her part of the story. And so you hear somebody say, Mommy, and you see it's a little girl. Now, she had a daughter and everything named Rose, because she always say Rose was her favorite flower and all that stuff. And you see, this little girl ain't got no ass. I mean, scooped out ass, y'all. And, she said, you promised we could do tea time. And she said, I sure did, beauty queen. And she said, well, I got to go now. My family needs me. And she goes with her little daughter and she walks off. And now tell me why it seemed like when she died, she became a better mother than she was when she was little. Ain't that some shit? So they like, what the hell we finna do? And they go find Ben. And what Ben doing? He doing a tearjerker in the window. And they basically say, listen, we can help you with that and all that stuff, but we need some information. And so he tells his part of his dealings with Michael. So he said, well, the day Constance died, he got a son. Talking about Michael. He said, he lost everything. The twin that he do have would never grow up. Violet would never get married or whatever. And, Vivian ain't got shit to do with his ass and all that stuff. So he basically starts trying to be a father figure for Michael. And, it's going along good and all that stuff. Because Michael seemed like he always had this inner battle, against the bad and the good side with him and all that stuff. And so he was getting all right till he went up in Tate's room and messed with Tate's gimp costume. Tate motherfucker went off on his ass and all that stuff. He said, Michael's like, I just want to be like you, father. And Tate like, who the fuck told you that? And he said the spirits told me and stuff like that. He said, and Tate like, nothing as monstrous as you would ever spray from my nutsack. And that cracked him. And so ever since then, he started doing stupid shit. The black dahlia and all that stuff. She was there. He went and made her smile, feel good, and all that shit. And then like these this lesbian couple, they bought the house. They must really didn't pay attention to the red, the small print. And Michael in his gimp outfit, he kills them and all that stuff. And Ben was like, they were good people and yada yada this, and now they stuck here forever. and stuff like that. And what Michael does, Michael shows a new aspect of his power. He basically destroy their souls, so they literally not here. I mean, gone and stuff like that. And he tells, and being like over, he said, I could never truly really help you. He said, I'm gone. And so being fades. And that night is when the black mask come. No, what not ain't that night. Okay, Vivian comes and they talk and they kind of reconcile, Vivian and Ben. Kind of reconcile. And so Vivian tells her part. And she says after the shit, with Ben and all that stuff, murder of crows outside, hot as the good goddamn up in the house and all that stuff. And the Satanists come. Now they had the leader, and the leader looked just like the old leader of the Luciferian church. Whatever, because when I saw him, bald head, go bad, I said, hey, that look like the head of the, was it Lutheran church or Satanist church? Listen, I read a whole lot. I read on everything. So I like, that look like him. That's not him. I think he dead. Like that. But they had somebody portray him. And for what I heard, the Satanists, for what I saw, some with the Satanists or the Lutheran church, whatever, I heard it's supposed to be like two different sets. Luciferin, and Satanists. They ain't too much care for that shit. They ain't like that way, they shit was getting portrayed. And so this is where you meet me, Kathy Bates' character and stuff like that. And so she's there. And so they basically tell like, you the motherfucking Antichrist and all that stuff. Woody woo. We finna do something just for you. And the head dude talking about like, we finna get them scales out your eyes. You finna know your true meaning and you finna know your true purpose. So me picks up this hitchhiker and all that stuff, doper, and she lays out on the table in the murder house. And the way they killed her, oh Lord, you just felt the pain coming through that girl. I said, oh, that was kind of, ugh. They stab her, go from her fucking midway to her stomach all the way to like right there to the middle of her chest. And she's still alive when homeboy just goes up in there and snatch their heart out of her and shit like that. And they give the heart, and me taste the heart and give it to Michael, and Michael eats that heart, and there go you see the demon coming out from the shadows and all that stuff. And Michael said, I'm with you, Father. And so that's the time that Vivian decides after that happened that she gonna try to kill a nigga. I'm like, girl, you gonna kill this boy after he done powered up Super Saiyan. And so he was ready for her. He was woke. He already knew what the deal was. As soon as she walked up in that house, walked up in his room with that goddamn butcher knife, he set her ass on fire. Tate is the one that saved her. Tate saved her. And so she said, there it is. So they getting ready to go. And they gotta go back and but Ho gonna have to try to convince. Well, he gonna have to try to convince his chancellor that you done fucked up and all that stuff. And Master gotta let Cordelia and all them know, like, listen, we all done fucked up. This motherfucker Satan and shit like that. We can't let this motherfucker win. But we know the end has already happened. So I don't know how they're gonna fix that shit. And so they're getting ready to leave. And you hear crying. And there's Violet. And so Amanda said, like, you take this, I'll be right out. And she goes and talks to Violet. And basically tells Violet, listen, I know you in love with the bad boy, Tate. But listen, he ain't all that bad. She said, the house made him do that shit. And, Violet like, I don't believe, blah, blah, blah. And so Madison throws some truth dust in her face. And all that stuff. And she looks up and she knows everything. And she hollers out for Tate. And Tate, listen, I don't care what nobody say. Tate damn near busted his ass down them steps to get to his woman. You hear me? And I was happy. I wanted them two together. And everything. I liked it there. Some people that didn't like that shit. I like, man, forget that shit. Let Tate be happy. Let Vivian Tate be happy. I'm glad they finished that shit. I'm glad they, concluded that motherfucking shit. And so, motherfucking managed to go, and they leave. And that's the end of the story. Listen, y'all, American Horror Story Season 8 is everything. This is the best season by far. Now, after they get through with this, I don't know how they're going to come up with something better. You know, they got renewed for Season 9. I'm like, how y'all going to do, what y'all going to do? I don't know how they're going to top it. Because this is everything. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Ryan Murphy. You old son bitch, you doing that shit, bro. But listen, y'all, this is Courtney. I hope you enjoyed the recap. Like, share, subscribe down below. And I'll be back whenever.